What's going on, Diligent Minds community? It's been a while. It's been exactly 2 months. The last time I recorded an actual episode was June 9th. And you know what's crazy is I had recorded another podcast, but as I was recording it, I just felt burned out. And I was like, you know what? Let me just hit the pause button right now because it just feels redundant. And I just felt like I was forcing it. So I just need to take that moment for myself. And we just gonna play catch up right now in this episode. I miss y'all. I hope y'all all doing well. I want to say I appreciate every single one of you that has reached out to me. I appreciate everyone still listening to the podcast. I see, I still get the messages. I still see the stats and people listening, catching up on episodes that they maybe missed, or maybe you were late. I wouldn't say late, but maybe you just found the podcast recently and you discovered like, damn, it's a lot of episodes because there are over 350 episodes of this podcast. This year marks 6 years for this podcast. 2019, I think May 19th or May 20th was my first episode. I remember it like yesterday. Can't believe that it's been 6 years. So this rebrand that you see is just more a realignment with myself, part of the stuff that I was working on as I was taking a break, just thinking about what's next for me, what's the next phase, what's something that I can do to challenge myself. And one of the biggest challenges was stepping away from that damn red, black, and white. I always stuck to those colors. I got tired of seeing myself in that same suit. It was just like a lot of different things. I was like, you know what, let's change things up. Let's challenge myself. So here we are today. We back with the podcast. I'm excited for everything that's to come, not just for myself, but also for you and your future. I want to know what's going on with you. Send me a message on IG, send me an email. Links are all down in the show notes. I truly appreciate it. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, do me a huge favor. Give this a rating and review. It helps me grow the podcast as an independent creator and podcaster. And if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and get us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. We're not going to spend too much time going into these intros and talking about that. We will catch up over the next weeks, or if you check me out on IG, we will continue to catch up. But I'm ready to dive into today's episode, just really telling y'all what's going on with me and why the break happened. I don't know if you can relate, but sometimes as humans, we push ourselves so hard, always striving for more, always looking to get the next thing. And we don't take enough time sitting in the moment, being in the current space and enjoying it, showing gratitude. We may say it sometimes, but we don't do it intentionally. We don't always do that at a consistent rate. And that's where I found myself. I found myself striving for more while not appreciating everything that I had in the moment, not living in the moment at all times. And if you're someone who's been going and going, I want you to use this as a message and use this as just like a advice or a sign to just take a moment for yourself. Just really check in with you. Make sure you're doing well. Make sure you're taking care of yourself because you are number one. I'm talking about physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all around. Just make sure that you take care of yourself and don't feel guilty about taking breaks for you because you can't pour into anyone else if you don't pour into yourself. And I was doing that. I continued to pour into others. I continued to make sure that I showed up for everybody else when I was falling short for showing up for myself. I was falling short of being consistent with the efforts that I was giving myself compared to what I was giving others and what I was giving everything else that I was doing. So this break was really needed. The break was needed. It felt good because I had a lot more clarity. I realigned myself. I thought about the long term. So I have things that I've been working on that I want to share with you as well, which I will touch on in a little bit. But I just want you to know that it's perfectly fine for you to take a break. It's not a weakness. It's not you being inconsistent. It's not any of those things. It's just really you taking a break for yourself because you deserve it. You don't need any permission. You don't need to hit a certain milestone. If you feel like you need it, go ahead and do it. Because we hear this hustle mentality. We hear this grind. You have to show up. You're being lazy, and that can be toxic advice. It can be toxic telling people they need to continue to go, continue to push. Because some people push themselves to burnout. Some people push themselves to fall out of love with their craft. And then they begin to question themselves. They begin to look for a different purpose because they fell out of love with it. So don't allow that to happen to you. Just allow yourself to be in the moment and just be human. We're not perfect. This journey is not linear. We're always going to have these ups and downs. We always will have those roadblocks. We always will have those moments where we just need to pause for ourselves. So this is your reminder to do that for you. Let's talk about some of the wins that I did have during this break. Besides the rebrand, getting in tune with myself. I've been running a lot more. It really became a hobby of mine. If some of you have been listening for a while, then you know that I was training for the marathon earlier this year, but I hurt myself, so I had to pause on that. But I found myself just running consistently, continuing to work out as usual. It just became part of my lifestyle. I really enjoyed it too. And that's something that I really learned, a good metaphor about life, a good metaphor about chasing our dreams. Because we run and we go chase our dreams, we thinking about the next thing, but we rarely take time to just pause and look back and see how far we've come. During this break, I did have some small wins. I did have some things that really made sense to me during this moment where I took time to pause. I really just focused on myself. I worked on my hobbies. I did a little bit of traveling. So these are some exciting things that came from this breakthrough, that came from this pause with this realignment. And as I was thinking about just life, as I was running, just doing a few miles, I had to look at it as a metaphor for life and our goals. Because we begin to start something and we just go along the journey and we thinking about what's next, how can I get to the finish line? But it's rare that we take a moment to pause and look back and see how far we've come. It's rare that we sit back and say, hold on, I know I want to get further, but let me look back and see how much ground I've covered. So I don't know if you're a person that's in that space where you're striving for something. You're thinking about life. You're thinking about the more things that you want to invite into your life. What things have you achieved already? How can you look back and say, oh, I hit this milestone, but I'm in it, so I don't even pay attention to it because I haven't taken a moment to pause. I haven't taken a moment to show gratitude. I haven't taken a moment to give myself grace. So running allows me to do that. Every time I think about how far I want to go, how many more miles I have to go, I think about the next milestone. But I also take a moment to look back at the start line to see how far I've come compared to where I started. So I just want to drop that on you right now as you think about your life, you think about your goals, you get down on yourself, you feel like you should be a little bit further. You're much further than you think. You're much further than where you were yesterday, the day before, a week before, a year ago. You're not the same person as you were before. So give yourself credit for that because you're doing a great job. And when I did that, when I took that moment to just show gratitude and pay attention to where I was compared to where I was going, the ride began to feel a little more smooth. It was like driving in the car and then you hit that other gear. You're like, hold on, damn, this one making me push right now. I can go. And that's how it felt. So when you looking at life, just see that you will shift gears multiple times. Your gears will go up, down, and then you're going to get those moments where you just coast, where you're just going. Everything just seems like it's flowing. That moment will come for you. That moment will come and be present, and it's going to be fulfilling. It's going to be like make everything that you complained about, everything that you questioned before, it's all going to make sense. So as you're listening right now, I want you to ask yourself, what's one win that you've had lately? Even if it's small, even if it feels like it's not significant to you, those moments add up. All the small wins add up to the bigger wins. They add up to the bigger chops. So what are some small wins that you've had over the past couple of months that you probably don't even credit yourself for? Did you learn a new skill? Did you let go of an old habit? Did you distance yourself from people who no longer serve you? What win have you had? So take note of these small wins, these small steps towards the better you, the small steps towards where you like to go in the future, the things that no longer align with you. What have you left behind? Or what are you in the process of leaving behind? Those are the things I want you to think about and credit yourself for. Not the things you don't know, not the things you haven't achieved. Because you're doing a great job right now with what you have. You're doing a great job with everything that's on your plate. And it's not going to be perfect. You can always improve, but don't beat yourself up for what you haven't done yet because it's coming for you. So here's some more lessons that we can all use. Something that I really paid attention to is I just listened to myself through this process as I began to just slow down and just reconnect with who I was. Reconnect with not just who I was, but who I was becoming, who I needed to become. Because I thought about my list of goals, the things that I wanted to do, the things that I had on my vision board. I felt like I was just sitting in the same person, during this whole time because of comfort, because of routine. All of these things kept me stuck. So I learned to rest, just pace myself, and that's sustainability. I realized that I can't keep swinging this axe at the tree, expecting it to change because I have to take a moment to sharpen that axe. And that's what this break was for me. This break was just a moment for me to sharpen my axe so that I can go and chop down that tree some more. So I can go and continue to strive, continue to put out good quality content for you, continue to heal and grow myself. And as you see in the name, I added healing in there too. Talk about mindset, healing, and personal development. Because it's all about our mindset, but it's also about us healing ourselves. Healing the person within, healing that person that we need to let go. Sometimes we need to give ourselves grace. Sometimes we need to attack that person that's within, that inner child, that person that needs to grow. And then we also got the personal development side, which we're always going to work on, because life is a journey. Life is a continuous process of learning and growing and just becoming better. We're never going to settle. We're never going to just stop and say, I made it here. That's it. We're always going to look for the next level. What's next? What's next? What's next? But in the midst of it, it's okay to just reset. It's okay to pause, just to allow things to align with you, to allow things to come to you, and don't try to force them. When's the last time you've taken a moment to pause, just to change your approach, to sharpen your axe, or do whatever it is you need to do to get realigned with the direction you like to go? Understand that mindset and goals can and they will shift. Even if things are working out great for you now, there's a next version of yourself that's going to require a new set of mindsets, a new set of goals, new set of habits. We're always going to have to let things go to pick up something new. And this doesn't change the road that you want. All this means that you just switching lanes. You're still on the same freeway, heading towards the same thing, but you need to go into a lane that's moving at your pace right now. Because maybe this lane got a little bit slower for you. This lane got a little bit too easy. You need to switch into something that's going to be more challenging, something that's going to allow you to have more clarity, something that's going to allow you to add more skills and just become better and just give you more space. So think about your mindset and your goals this way. Just because you're switching them, just because they're changing, it doesn't mean that you're changing, doesn't mean that you're going backwards. It just means that you're realigning yourself and that you're still going in the same direction. So if your path is off right now, you feel like you've been pushing uphill, maybe it's time for you to switch lanes. Maybe it's time for you just to shift it up a little bit. And just because you're making a shift, it doesn't mean that you failed. It doesn't mean that you don't know where you're going. You're all over the place. No, it's all part of the plan. It's all part of the journey. It's all aligned with what you asked the universe for, what you said you're going to do, what you set out to do in the beginning. This all aligns with it. It's all part of the plan. Just trust the plan, switch lanes, and don't second guess yourself. And during this process, I came up with this little reset. When I was writing the notes for this show, it really took a reset for me. And I want to share that with you where you can use it in your life. It's just I use this as a metaphor, I guess you can say, because the R stands for recognize. Recognizing the signs that you're running on empty. And that's what I had to do. I recognized the signs of me becoming burned out. I felt it before and I felt them coming on if I had continued along this path. I need to pour back into me. Your check engine light is flashing right now. Don't wait until your engine fails. The first E in reset stands for evaluate. Evaluate what's draining you versus what's filling you. So go through your toolbox right now. What things do you have? These are the people, the habits, the mindsets, the environments. What things are helping you build at this stage of your life, at this chapter? And what things are just taking up space? What things do you no longer need? Or what things do you maybe need in the future? You may be carrying too much right now. You're like, you know what? I really don't need this load. I need to lighten this up a little bit because these things no longer align with me. These things are no longer needed. I changed my mind on this, but I'm still carrying it. What things are you still holding on to? What relationships are you holding on to because they're comfortable? What habits are you holding on to because they second nature? How are you standing in your own way? Again, the first E is to evaluate. Evaluate what's draining you, what's feeding into you. The S in reset stands for simplify. Simplify commitments to what truly matters. Declutter your closet. This is your mental closet, and again, this is just you in general, not your physical closet with your clothes in it, but the closet of you, the closet of the person listening to this. What you don't need to carry in this season. What do you not need anymore that you're carrying with you? Just like we talked about before, we may be carrying these habits, these people, these environments, all these things we carrying with us. We need to simplify it and stop carrying the things that we no longer need. The second E stands for establish non-negotiable habits for mental and physical health. And when I said that for myself, it was the non-negotiables about me getting into running more seriously, me continuing to work out consistently no matter what. Even on the days where I didn't feel like it, I still got up. You know what? I'm in this gym. I'm in here 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm pushing it. I'm getting to it, making sure that I take care of myself because above all, before my day begins, I need to have time for Dorian. I need to make time for me just to reconnect with myself, get in tune with myself before I allow anyone else or anything else to get into my mind. Before I allow anything else into my domain, I need to feed into me. So what non-negotiables do you need to establish in your life? Water your plants every single day. Water yourself every single day. Growth only comes from consistency. It's not about you watering it and expecting the seed to grow at this moment. No, you water that seed right now, your dreams, yourself. You water it right now, and then you get the fruit later. You don't water and see the seed grow instantly. Nah, it's a slow sprout. Sometimes it may die off, but then it come back alive. That's the cycle of life. So what non-negotiables do you need to establish in your life? And the T is for take action, but not just take action. Take action at a pace that's sustainable. Don't try to do too much at once. And this is what I was doing. I felt like my hands were all over the place. I was doing a lot of different things, but I need to focus on the most important things. I need to focus on the ones that would help the others. What thing do I need to knock out right now that's going to help me with things in the future? It's going to help me with my other goals. So again, this episode isn't just about resetting. It's about a comeback for myself, a comeback for you. And just a reminder that I haven't forgotten about you, that I'm still here with you, but I had to take care of myself. And I hope you understand that. As we transition out of this show, I have a lot of things I'm excited for. I started Diligent Minds Thrive, which is a corporate wellness company where we help with mindsets, we help with habits, we help with burnout in corporations and businesses. So if you work for a company, let me know if they may need the services, because I am reaching out to companies to partner with them to bring these services to their employee base, to their management teams. So I'm here. That's what I've been working on. I also been getting PodSpark back up and running. I'm going to be in Baltimore this October because I am a speaker for Afros and Audio. I haven't really announced it yet, but you hear it here first. I'll be posting about that a little bit later, so that's something I'm excited for. I began Transformation Thursdays on YouTube. So if you haven't subscribed to YouTube, go ahead and hit the link down below. You see me there every single Thursday. That's interactive, that's alive. YouTube, we can talk, we can get to know one another. You can ask questions, do whatever you want to do. But that's a way for me to connect with the community. It's a way for me to connect with you more, give you more of my personality instead of me just talking and talking. So we changing things up. It's a lot of changes that I'm excited for. More vlogs coming, more content coming in general. Also offering one-on-one coaching. So if you're interested in that, the link is down in the description, in the show notes. But other than that, I want y'all to remember, take care of yourself. Take that moment to reset, reflect, and pause. There's nothing wrong with it. But that wraps it up for today's episode. I want you to go out there and enjoy your day. And remember, everybody is greatest within.